had to snap I've also been pictured if you say no, these are no songs, one and that's and I'm like, yes, they are actually my, but not say that I love it, I love it. So I guess to my piano songs that actually resonate with me, and it's like a signal to me. So just that when and I'm just playing here with no if you're somewhere on the corner. All right. Anyway, my name is Omar. Had to pay 200 naira before they can use the church to pull up themselves. So this element, like some angry, just sitting on the fence, he through X, the number of bloggers, their social media, pages. But I said him, I said, well, doing because openly cannot leave because it is but in like man you all to do religious poll having the conversation. Look, and even here in Abuja, sometimes when you go use the restroom, I don't know, you begin to wonder, what is really going on? We're supposed to be, God fearing. We're supposed to be orderly because this is a place of worship. You see, some people use the toilet, they won't even clean it after use. They won't flush after use. And you begin to wonder why, what is going on here? There's supposed to be some heightened level of decorum, in a place of worship. So if at the end of the day I happen to be a cleaner, or the church or a church decides to contract me as a cleaner, and my responsibility is to clean up that toilet, even though I'm being paid for it, it doesn't mean that you should make me feel less of a human being by messing up the whole place. The same attitude you find in workplaces. And it's really sad. Because most often than not, the people using these facilities, they are not babies. And even if they happen to be babies, there is a way you can inculcate, the right morals, the right thing, ensure that it is done. Charity, they say, begins at home. And it's good you catch them young. So even if my responsibility is to clean up the church toilet, and I'm being paid some stipend at the end of the month, it does not now mean that members of the church should mess up the place because there is a cleaner whose responsibility, is to clean up the toilet. Come on, let's think about it. There are cleaners everywhere, in every organization, religious organizations, businesses, parastatals, and all of that. But most of the time, if you have a one-on-one conversation with them, you'll be amazed at how they feel. Sometimes they are being treated as though they are less of, human beings, consciously or unconsciously, by those who are using these facilities. And I don't think it should be so. So if a church decides to, issue a ticket to her members that you must pay a certain amount of money before you can use the toilet, there is a little bit of justification in that regard. Maybe we can only frown at the amount of money, involved. 100 naira could be fair. Is 200 naira even too much? Anywho, I'll just leave my analysis there and have you call in now. The studio lines are already buzzing. I'd like to hear from you what you make of this, because this story is already like, it has thrown social media into a frenzy. You might want to go check it out on X and even other social media platforms. Just Google church, charging members 200 naira before they can urinate, and the story would pop up. All right. So once again, the numbers to call are 090-7353-0044 or 090-8766-8888. Send a voice note or a message to the WhatsApp portal number on 090-9705-44 and 50. I have Elder on the line. Hello, good morning to you, Elder Noja. All right, that's it. Miss, please do where to call back. Hello, good morning. What's going on with the lines this morning? All right, please keep trying. I'm sure that you get across soon enough. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name and where you're calling from?
My name
What's your name?
My name is Jude, and I'm calling from Katampe.
All right, Jude from Katampe. Good to have you. So go ahead and tell us what you make of this.
Yes, I heard what the topic you brought to the table this morning.
Right.
First of all, I'll frown at it.
Okay.
Why? Because it's a religious place. We all have it in our heart that we are serving God. Now, before today, I've tried this thing before. When I was in Kaduna, I've tried it.
Okay.
And I also want to point it out to Christians. Yeah, I'm a Christian, but I have never used toilet in a mosque. They asked me for any.
Okay.
I've tried it when I was in Kaduna. I've used the toilet in the church, and I've used the toilet with a mosque. I was just passing on the other. Okay, let me just try this thing. You understand? To deepen my understanding.
Yeah.
Now, is it not human beings that clean up that of the mosque? Why don't they collect money? Christianity today, we have overflogged it to the extent that everything now lies on money, which I am not in support of it.
Okay.
So that ticket, it's to my own understanding, it's totally wrong.
Okay.
Because it's not like a market where you have to pay before you use. Okay, now if I'm pressed in the church, do I have to hold it because till I get home? And at the end of it all, you say I'm in my father's house. Do I have to pay to use something in my father's house? Now I know some people are very dirty. They might use it and leave it, but you cleaning it as a cleaner, use it as a service to your God, not to be paid for it.
Okay,
that's
so
my own contribution.
Jude,
Thank you very much.
Can you volunteer to be a cleaner? Let that be your service to God in a church.
Yes, I can do it.
All right. Thank you very much, Jude. Thank you. Thank you for your contribution this morning on the program. 09087668888 or 09073530044 are the numbers to call. Hello, good morning to you, Elder Noja. Hello. Elder Noja, good morning to you.
Good morning, my beautiful daughter. God will bless you.
Thank you very much. Good to have you.
This is what we are talking. Church don't turn to Jesus commercial venture. We call the type of church Jesus commercial ventures. Instead of that to preach kingdom to people. That's been a TV that Noja is in that church. If you don't have 200 naira, I can shit for Bodiba. That's nothing. Hello?
Yes, I'm with you.
There's nothing connect Bible with that type of thing. They are just Jesus commercial ventures. It's very wrong. And if those type of church they hear us, let them stop that in military.
Okay.
Me, I volunteer to go and clean shit for church. To go to Kingdom of God, more than to say, I donate 1 million naira to church where I can go to Kingdom of God. So somebody must be there and then somebody must be volunteer.
Okay.
You know, not only Nigeria, everywhere in the world, people mess themselves. But you can't take that and say they are messing the toilet and then somebody to go and pay 200 naira. 200 naira before I enter church toilet is a pure disgrace to Christian faith. If anybody doing that, anybody doing that, I don't think that at the end of the day is going to make kingdom of God. And if they are not there to make kingdom of God, teach people to go to kingdom of God, they better change the name of that church to Jesus Commercial Ventures. Because I don't see the reason. Church toilet, somebody will pay before you enter that church. That means that if you don't have money, you don't go to that church. That church is not a church for Jesus. You are not preparing people to go to kingdom of God.
Okay.
Very, very wrong.
All right.
Thank you very much. God bless Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Elder Noja, for your contribution. All right. Hello. Good morning to you.
Hello. Good morning, Omese.
Good morning, Uche. Good to have you.
Thank you.
Right.
Efe,
Yes.
just like every other caller has said, I strongly condemn such acts. One, the toilet or the restroom in a worship place is for the facility there is meant to be used by the members. without any charges attracted to it. It is the duty and responsibility of the members of the church or the congregation to make sure that the place is well kept. And it calls for collective effort. It's not a thing that is just designated for one particular person. It is part of your service to God. And we all came there for worship. And cleanliness is part of our worship to God, both the churches and in the mosque. So why should anybody attach money or payment to it? Is it for a commercial purpose? You can be pressed and just walk into a nearby bank and ease yourself. The security, they will let you. Sometimes you see some of this public facility in the road set up by the government. That is where you will pay. If I pay for using the public facility in the road set up by the government, which is acceptable in order to maintain a decorum. So why should I also be paid for making the use of the facility in the church or in the worship center where I used? So does it mean that if you are pressed in a worship center and you don't have money, you're going to mess up yourself? But then it is not an avenue for those using the facility to mess it up. And that is why people have been designated there to make sure that there should be a decorum.
Right.
And it is the duty of you and I whenever we use this facility. So it is not just, in fact, it is abhorring for one to attach payment to it.
Okay.
Because the contribution we made, we can also appreciate those who make sure that that place is well kept, secretly or by every other means, if we want to. But it is not by force or by demand.
All right.
We can appreciate them. Yes, it is accepted.
All right.
But the payment to it is not acceptable.
Okay. Thank you very much, Uche, for your line of thought. 09073530044 or 09087668888 are the numbers to call. You can send the voice note or a message to the WhatsApp portal number on 090970544 and 50. This is the General Open Banter live on Eagles FM 102.3 Abuja. Hello, good morning to you. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. This is Joseph from Dede.
Joseph from Dede, good to have you. Please go ahead.
Just like every other person I've said, it is very bad to collect 200 naira for the public toilets in a worship center.
Okay, so how much would you rather the church, collect from members? Maybe 100 naira or 50 naira?
I believe the tithe and offering be paid during the service should be used to cover all those expenses also.
Okay.
That is how it's supposed to be. And the people using this toilet, as long as the ushers have observed that they don't keep the toilet well, most of these churches don't teach people about cleanliness. They only teach other stuff that doesn't go to that side. They should also teach people that it is good to be clean. Some people don't know about this. If they make people aware of this thing, they will understand it too. They should also teach people about that.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Joseph. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, I want to say good morning.
Good morning. Good to have you once again.
Thank you very much. My name is Triple D, and I'm calling from Waru.
Right.
It's a very sensitive issue. It's a very sensitive issue. People coming to the house of God, we even really know what church means to us in this, especially in this country called Nigeria. But I want to ask a question, ma'am. If somebody cannot afford that 200 naira in that same church and is a member of that church, is paying tithe, is giving offertory, doing other donation, and he doesn't have, sometimes you totally laugh, and you don't have that 200 naira, what will happen to the person?
A very big question there.
The problem is that why did even the church member accepted to do that? The same people will come back and started insulting the church, bastardizing the church, and then calling the church another different name. The problem we have is that we always accept everything that is right, and at the end of the day we complain. if I'm in that church, in fact, I will not, if like me, I don't change churches anyhow. I will not pay for the money and I'll kick against it if it is me.
Okay.
Simple. God bless us. But I pray, may God open our eye. Where are we heading to? God help us. Good morning, ma.
Thank you very much, Triple D. May God help us, indeed. All right. Hello. Good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name and where you're calling from?
Yeah, my name is Olugbenga. I'm calling from Abuja.
Good to have you, Lugbenga. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Please, we are talking about money being paid for a public toilet in a church. I think before we bring such thing to the here, I think we need to make research about it. What actually happened is that in that particular place, there are a lot of toilets, but the toilet was not enough. Some people now decided to rent a mobile toilet and they brought it to the place. And it's the people that brought the mobile toilet that is now charging money for the mobile toilet. It's not that the church is the one that brought mobile toilet and said people should start paying.
Okay, but have you seen the tickets, carrying, the price tag? It has the church.
Yes, I saw the
logo.
ticket.
So if the church...
I saw the ticket.
Okay.
But the something is, anybody can just go and print ticket. Anybody can just go and print ticket. People that are doing that are using it for their business people. People do come to the place to sell.
Okay.
And they will not tell them, okay, you should not come. But people rented the place and they rented the mobile toilet, and people are paying for the mobile toilet rented, and not the church that said, okay, people should be coming to pay. And that was in the past. The convention is going on right now. There is nothing like that is going on right now as I speak to you.
Okay, you sound like you're a member of the church.
I am a member of the church, and I'm telling you what is actually happening.
Okay.
I'm a member of the church.
All right.
If you can go there and make your research now, nothing like that is happening right now because there is enough and adequate toilet facilities there right now as I speak to you. That has happened in the past and not now.
Why is the church yet to react to this allegation? Making the rounds on social media.
The church is having a program. They don't have time for that now.
All right.
I don't think so. I don't think they have that time for now.
All right.
They are doing an annual convention, and it's a very big thing. So nobody will have time for that now, reacting to such allegation.
All right.
Maybe after the program, they might have the chance. Maybe somebody might come up and react to the allegation. But for now, they are doing a very big program.
Okay.
That's their main focus, and not the issue of toilet. People just bring things up without making research about it.
It's actually good that you're a member of the church, and I'm glad that a member of the church is actually monitoring the conversation now on radio. I'm also sure that you've seen reactions on social media.
If I'm not a member of the church, you go and make your verification.
It's not about making verifications. Like, if you monitor the conversation from the very beginning, I did mention that we are not sure if the church has actually reacted to this claim. But the fact that this has been circulating online, the church is expected to issue an official statement to dismiss it. So if you're a member of the church, you can as well communicate the thoughts being expressed to the church, and then we'll wait for, their reaction. Olugbenga, thank you very much. All right, 09073530044 or 09087668888 are the numbers to call this morning to be part of the conversation. Anywho, it's actually a good thing that the name of the church was even withheld. From my own background and introduction, I do not recall mentioning the name of the church because this is a media organization, and we expect that the church that has been accused of being, of being part of this, would actually issue a statement either to dismiss or to indeed corroborate, the claims that indeed members are being taxed to pay 200 naira to use the toilet. All right. Hello. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Yes.
Good
morning, Moses. Good to have you. What's your name and where you're calling from?
Fine. Just from Suleja.
Right. Please go
ahead.
I
think this subject matter, according to the last caller, should be verified. Because I myself had that I was shocked. I'm hearing it for the first time. So for members of the church before they use toilets, I'm just hearing it for the first time in the history of the church. I think the last caller has verified and he has made the issue issue be unknown. As a journalist, you are free to make sure that you make your own verification, because such issue being discussed on air, you may not know where it will go. Thank you for the good job you are doing. The Lord will bless you.
Thank you very much, Moses, for your contribution. All right, I see some comments on our Facebook page. Ambrose Eja says, this decision by the churches in Nigeria is an absolute ish. What if I ate beans the previous night and I have to use the church toilet 2 or 3 times before the church closes? All right, and then Blessed Honorable Otache Jr. says, most churches these days are pursuing money rather than pursuing heaven, and the journey is not easy at all. All right, I have Elder Noja calling back. Hello, good morning.
Thank you very much, my sister,
Right.
my beautiful daughter. And thank you for Lubenga as they come here to clear the air. You know, if they have a conference in the church, they'll have it in the large pit. But the mistake when the church makes, they allow them to bring a mobile toilet there and charge members. That's why we see that they're supposed to do what they're supposed to do. The way the thing go on the air now, if you are in a church toilet, but this guy have come out say mobile toilet. They always bring it inside container and this for this thing, and then after you use yourself, they will throw it, go to one place and go and discharge it. That's what a mobile toilet. You have planned that toilet is not belong to church.
Right.
But the church have made mistake, and then that mistake is not exist in the house of God again. Thank you very much. God bless Nigeria. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Elder Noja. And Joseph from Jai says, good morning. In this scenario, this is not new. Church is a place whereby members are paying tithe and offering, and church use their tithe and offering, to build schools that members' children cannot pay for. That church knows everything about the toilet business in that premises. This is what Joseph from Jai is saying. And okay, who do we have here? All right, okay. All right, Sanusi is saying that even in my house, passers by, okay. All right, I really cannot communicate your thoughts, Sanusi. You probably would want to send another message if you can, all right, so that I don't miscommunicate your, thoughts to the public. This is the General Open Banter live on Eagles FM 102.3 Abuja, your radio experience that you can always count on. And just like I said before, that the church hasn't issued any statement, in this regard, either to dismiss this claim or to corroborate or even to confirm it. But the fact that the church logo is on this ticket is what has been sparking a lot of reactions. Quite frankly, there could be crafty people everywhere, but how is it that this actually made its way to social media, and up until now, no statement has been issued? The church logo is there and the name. And you see 2 fees written on that ticket, 100 naira and 200 naira. So let us assume that this is some sort of partnership, with some private individuals to bring on board mobile toilets for people to use because of, the large crowd of, people coming to be part of the conference or the convention. Shouldn't it also be a point of duty to also monitor, the runnings of this, people who are going to be bringing on board this mobile toilet for people to use, to ensure that the integrity of that place of worship, is actually maintained, right? But here we are. The caller has actually called in to say that, oh no, that is not the reality on ground. Whoever did that, it's just a mischievous, person who is probably trying to dent the image of the church. But of course, we await some sort of press statement, to be released to actually clear the air, because this has already made its way to social media. And whether you like it or not, people are definitely going to react to this. All right. Sonosi says, if you're pressed and there is a toilet facility for any passerby to use in my house. Okay. If you're pressed, there is a toilet facility for any passerby to use in my house, even in the village. That's his hometown. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name and where you're calling from?
Sandra calling from Airport.
I didn't get your name.
Sandra calling from Airport.
All right, good to have you, Sandra. Please go ahead.
Okay, I think the toilet is a mobile toilet, right? And the toilet, the toilet, I think they should have all the receipt. They have not carried the church logo, right?
Right.
And the church should make people understand that this mobile toilet does not belong to us. You understand? Because you cannot come and tell me that someone else brought a business to my worship center and the business is carrying my logo. And I think the man that called that was saying is his choice. I think you should have talked to the pastor like, you brought a business in my place. Your receipt or your ticket should not carry the logo so that my member will not misunderstood the situation, right?
Right.
I feel because I've been in our church, which I cannot call. I know some people that use the toilet. Even me, there was a day I was very pressed. I went to the toilet. I saw poo in the toilet. And I was angry about it. I think they didn't get to our pastor, and our pastor said, the cleaners, when you clean, just they build a place like more of like reception here. So when you go to the toilet, they will say, have you flushed it? You will make sure you flush it here. So they will be dirty when the church closes. That's what they do.
Okay.
So you can't bring a business to a church this thing, and the business is carrying, the receipt is carrying the church logo, and you say it's not from the church now. It's not making any sense.
All right. Okay, thank you very much, Sandra, for your contribution on the show this morning. All right, I mean, so much to talk about with a lot to take in. And my submission from the very beginning of this conversation is the fact that I really do not frown at, you having to pay some stipend, to use the toilet in the church because of our attitude and our maintenance culture as a people. Because the truth is, most of these churches, when you go to their toilets, it's always a mess. And even though we have people whose responsibility, is to clean up the place and ensure that the place is actually kept clean always, these people, they are also humans, all right? And the fact that maybe they're going to be paid or not paid does not mean that you as a person should use this facility and not clean it up because, there's someone whose responsibility would be to clean up the place. So for me, if at all the church is actually aware of this, ticket arrangement of 200 naira or 100 naira, I really do not think that should be the bone of contention. For people who actually think, the 200 naira is too much, maybe, just maybe, it could be reviewed downward. But I am solidly behind people paying money to use toilets in a place of worship. And I even think that if it can also be extended to, workspaces, because it's really, really disturbing. It's mind-boggling that you walk into a toilet and then the place is all dirty. After all, if you can pay 100 naira to use a public toilet in the market, why can't you do that in a place of worship? It is still human beings like you that, will be going there to clean up the place. At least by the time you know that you have to pay 100 naira to use the toilet, you will learn to clean it up after using it. And that way, with time, that policy could be reviewed. That, okay, we're suspending, this idea of you paying a little token before you can use the toilet because everyone has decided to call, themselves to order. So that's just how I see it. But if you think, the amount is outrageous, 100 naira is too much, then you should ensure that you do the right thing even when no one is watching. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for being part of the conversation. And I'm really very glad that a member of the church actually called in, to also lend his voice to this discourse. I also hope sincerely that you would call the attention of the church, to this post that has gone viral. All right? call the attention of the church to this post and let them find out, let them also do their investigation to unravel what is really going on. If indeed you have partnered with some private body to bring aboard mobile toilet, ensure that the agreement reached is what is being followed and what is being, carried out, because the integrity of that church is already on the line, whether you like it or not. I'd like to state very clearly that the views expressed by, the caller